All right, guys, we're going to do a remote stream of the Breakroom $4.99 and under hot seat match that's going to be coming up here. Kitsap's own Aaron Moss is going to be battling against Charles Ashcraft in a race to 9 for the hot seat in this tournament. There's 58 players that had entered this tournament. I think that they're down to about 8. And this is going to be the hot seat match. We're going to live stream this one, I think the third place match, and the finals for you guys. So sit back and enjoy. We're just waiting for the players to get started. All right, so while they're getting ready to get started here, I'll just take a look at the bracket for you guys. So you can see we just finished round 5, and Stephen Els, this is on the winner side. Stephen Els was defeated by Charles Ashcraft by a score of 9-2, and Aaron Moss defeated Renell Dayrit by a score of 9-6, and so they are playing in the hot seat right here. We've got several other players in this tournament. Scott Heppenstall still in it, Cody Wilson, Mason Gadgetin, Carlos Garces, and of course Stephen L. still in it, and Renell still in it, and Bill Bachrock. So quite a few players still in this thing, and we'll see what happens. This should be a good finish here. All right, so they're lagging for break, and it looks like Charles is going to win that leg. And we are off and running. Let's see what happens here. So we're playing 9-ball, race to 9. No 9 on the break, but any other time during the game, the 9-ball is wild and does count. Not sure if they are playing with a 3-foul rule or not. If anybody that's there or that knows can comment in the chat about the 3-foul rule. I don't know that one. And I think the payouts are pretty good for this one. It's a $60 buy-in, 58 players. Should be a nice prize pool for these guys to battle for. No 3-foul rule, Sec says. Okay. Secret says. All right. Yeah, we were looking for, obviously, us up here in Kitsap County. We're really hoping for an all-Kitsap hot seat match, but that didn't quite happen. But Steve has got the opportunity to battle his way back through the B-side. So a nice soft break by Charles. He likes to use the soft break, pocket the wing ball, control the cue ball, and nicely deposits the 1 ball down there in a very accessible area. Looks like he has an opportunity to get something rolling here in this rack number 1 in this hot seat match. A little bit of outside English would be helpful here. Yeah, just rattles that pocket. Happens a lot. I'm not sure if he has blocked Aaron from seeing this 1 ball. I think he has. And that 1 ball is all the way deep in the jaws. So it's not a ball that you can go rail first unless you are really close to the ball. And you hit that rail right before the ball. So here we go. The one and only Aaron Mosconi up to the table with his first attempt here. Cue ball fouls only. No golden breaks. Early 9 okay. Those are the rules. And no 3-foul. Oh, he did have some room. Nice shot. He had enough room. I thought that 2-ball might be blocking it, but it wasn't. And again, this is an outside-the-box production of Chalkbox Productions, so I am not there on site. I'm doing this remote. And you can watch this either on the Chalkbox Facebook page or the YouTube channel. Whichever you prefer, and I'll share it to a couple of groups out there in case others want to watch this. Nice shot on that 2-ball. That was a tester. You know, really roll that all the way across the table, and he gets really good shape on this 3-ball because it does pass by the purple 4. That's going to move the rack a little bit, I think. No. Uh-oh. Watch out, side pocket. There you go. You're good. Nice angle here that can help him get towards the 6. I think he's got to avoid that 7 and 9. He's got to come in between those 2 balls. And I think this is a speed shot. It's okay if you bump one of them. As long as you play the right speed, you should have something on the 6 here. So, oh, he tried to jam it with low. That was unfortunate. I think the right move there would have been a little bit of just top, maybe a little top left, and let the natural angle go ahead and take that cue ball around the table, either around the 7 or in between the 7 and 9 there, to get position on the 6-ball. So that might cost him the rack. He tried to use low and draw that cue ball away. And that one might cost him the rack. Let's see what Charles can answer with here. He's got ball in hand with a 4-ball out. Let's use top. He's going to get right up on that 6. Okay. It gave it a little bit of a nudge, but that's not ideal here because it looks like the natural place for this cue ball to want to land is going to be right on the other side of the 9 ball from seeing the 7. So he's going to have to do a little bit of work here with where he put that cue ball. This rack is far from over. This is going to be a tough one to get shape on the 7 for. Is he going to play safe here? Yes, I think he is. Not a bad choice since it is very difficult to do. And he gets right up on the 7. Great safety, Charles. Does leave the 1 or 2 rail kick option for Aaron. But this is a very missable shot. I think based on where Charles had left himself, that was the right choice to play safety there. Oh, he drills it. I saw it go right in the corner, and I think he's got shape on the 7. It's not the perfect ideal shape. He might have to just go ahead and not try to hold for this 9, but just let the table and go around the table. 3 rails position around the table for that. Oh, he tried the bank shot. Okay. That's one way to do it. I was thinking cut it in, go 3 rails position, but he sees the angles better than I do because he's at the table. He felt comfortable with the bank there. So Charles now with a 2 ball out. That's a good shot there. And he's going to be really good on this 9, picture perfect. Excellent stroke on that ball to avoid the side pocket scratch. And Mr. Charles Ashcroft is on the board first. Well, let's see here. Where's my scoreboard? There we go. Charles Ashcroft. The difference in the Fargo here is 479 versus 495. So with that win, it makes it a coin toss, apparently. The odds just went to about 50-50 there. So there goes Charles again with his break, and he pockets the wing ball again. And gets pretty decent shape on this one ball here. It's the 2 that's the challenge of this rack, because I don't know if that passes the 7. He's going to look at it to see. We will find out in a second. If it doesn't pass the 2, he might have to, yeah, he's using top. Okay, so it looks like the 2 does pass the 7. If he's using top here, unless he's setting up for a bank. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. He's just going to try to bank this 2 ball in. And then I wouldn't be surprised, depending on where he leaves his cue ball, if he takes a swing at the 3-9 combo. I'm not sure if he's going to use draw here. Okay, he didn't make it, but almost makes it in the side. And now the 3-9 combo is off because it's bumped the 9 there. So I believe the 3 does pass the 4 ball into the bottom right corner. It also looks like it plays into the top right corner. So the 3 ball has lots of pocket options available here. Tough shot here for Aaron to get started in this rack. Oh, he banks it in, it gets a clip off the 7, and that helped it get to the pocket. So good shot there. Aaron stays at the table. And I'm glad to be getting a stream match from Charles Ashcraft. He was actually scheduled to play in the Veterans Day tournament in November last year on Chalkbox. We had Army versus Navy, and he had some health issues and wasn't able to compete that day. So I'm glad to finally get him on the stream. Hopefully, Charles, you get to watch this back and get some enjoyment from that. So what's Aaron looking at? Is he looking at this 3-9? This is I mean, that is as tough as combos can get because the distance from the 3 to the 9 is pretty far, and it's a cut. Yeah, I'd be surprised if that one went. So he was just taking a swing for the fence there. And, you know, I mean, it is a 499 and under, so, you know, you're going to see some swinging for the fences here in some of these shots because runouts are not as automatic at the sub 500 skill level. You are going to see more attempts at early 9s. Nothing wrong with that. It's part of the game. All right. Charles in position to get something rolling here in this rack. Loads up with inside English. Probably got a bit more than he wanted there, but that's okay. The thing about racks like this is just don't try to do too much, you know. Don't try to get perfect. That's usually when you get in trouble. And he might be in trouble here. He's shaking his head. Is he going to have to masse? No. He should be able to do it. He's just got a cut on this. Nice and soft. Oh, he missed the ball completely. That's going to give up ball in hand. Aaron jumps out of his chair. Aaron Moss. Rocking the long hair. I think he's sponsored by several shampoo companies. He got his Savage billiard apparel. He is looking savage out there. the only thing about this 9-ball is you just don't want to, you want to make sure you get the cue ball up to mid-table or so, somewhere around mid-table. Well, you're good anywhere as long as you don't leave it on the bottom rail. Yeah, that's good. And Aaron Moss deposits that 9-ball to make the score tied at 1 apiece. Here we go. And this is the tournament that is being played right now. So this is at the Breakroom, $4.99 and under 9-ball, $60 entry. Race to 9 on the A side, race to 7 on the B side. True double elimination, no golden breaks, early 9 okay. There you go. Winner break, rack your own. That is the flyer, and here is the bracket for you guys to take a look at. So again, we are all the way up here in the winner side. So Aaron Moss has come all the way through the bracket and won 4 straight matches. He beat Rennell, he beat Carlo Garces, he beat Scott Heppenstall, he beat Alan Whitmarsh, and so he's had a fantastic tournament so far. And here he goes with his second break, or his first break of the match, actually. Pockets the wing ball, pockets the 1-ball, and not a great shot on this 2-ball. So he's going to have to either look for a bank, look for a hard cut shot, or a safety. The cut shot's not bad if you can load up with inside and come back and hit the other side of the 8-ball, the inside part. Oh, is that the 1-ball there? I'm sorry, I thought that was the 5-ball. All right, the 1 looks kind of orange on my screen, so I thought that was the 5-ball, but now that I see the orange one is actually in the bottom side pocket. That was a great shot then, and he's off and running. Opportunity for a break and run here. Let's see if he can keep it going. Andy Kashuba, yeah, I think that by the time 4:30 comes around, they'll be down to just 1 table in this tournament. I think that'll be just when it's down to the 3rd place and finals matches, probably. Oh, no. He had the break and run going big time, and just rattles that 4-ball. He was looking really strong there with that break and getting that rack going. Great cut shot there. I thought he was going to go in the corner with that ball, but he likes side pocket. Cuts it in, clips off the 8. This is just a slow roll and then a stop shot, or pretty much. Slow roll here. It's okay. It's okay, Charles. No big deal if it rolls farther. You got the angle to just go ahead and take that cue ball off the bottom rail and right back to a reasonable position on the 9. And again, this is another shot on these little tables where you just don't worry about getting close or perfect. Yeah, that's a great shot right there. He said, I like getting perfect. Don't tell me to don't worry about getting perfect. That's what I want to be, right there on the 9. And that is ball in hand position on the 9 for Charles. So Aaron Moss with a failed break-in run gives Charles the 4-ball out. And he says, thank you very much. We'll take a 2-1 lead. And let's see, what do we have here? Don't forget, guys, July 22nd, the next Chalkbox Showdown. We're going to have another Oregon versus Washington matchup. It's going to be Jack Kiske versus John Scudder from the Portland, Oregon area. He is the diamond specialist. If you're looking for a diamond table, Diamond Mine Northwest is John Scudder's business. Jack Kiske, who made a great performance in the Northwest 9-Ball Open this past weekend, defeating some great players, among them Daniel Sardoncilio. This would be a good matchup, so make sure to mark your calendars for July 22nd. And make sure to like and subscribe to the Chalkbox YouTube channel, as well as the Facebook page. Okay, now I know which one the 1-ball is. The 1 is sitting right by the purple 4. And my guess is that he's going to take on this bank shot, because if he can just put a stop shot on it, he's good with the 2-ball, and then he's got something going here. So it's a high reward if he makes this 1-ball bank. I don't really see a great safety opportunity. I'm taking on this bank shot. I think he is too. And he just rattles it. That was as close as you can come without making it. And he doesn't really sell out anything here, giving Aaron a very difficult look at this 1-ball. Looks like he's going to go, he has a window here. Rail first. Yeah, okay, 2-rail. Oh, what a shot. 2-rail kick shot. Kicks it right into the side pocket and gets no reward. So keep your kick stick out, because you're kicking again. And he's deciding to kick this way because the shot to make the ball is easier, but I don't think, if you make this 2, I don't think you're going to have much on the 3-ball here. And he missed the 2 completely, so that's going to give up ball in hand. And Mr. Ashcraft at the plate. Starts with the 2 in the side. I like it. I think you just want to draw on this 3-ball to the off the rail and to the other side of the 6, getting that cue ball around mid-table position. It's easy to overhit this ball. Yeah, very easy to overhit that one. So he's got a bit of an angle here. I don't think I'm banking this one. I think I'm going to cut this ball. Cut it with inside. As long as you don't scratch, you're going to have a shot on the 5. So I'd use a lot of inside English here and cut this in to avoid the scratch. Inside English. He's banking, it looks like. He seems to be more comfortable with the bank. He did bank it at the speed in which he's not giving up anything. he misses. So Mark Neal, the race is in the center of the scoreboard, race to 9. This is a winner side hot seat match. So in this tournament, the winner side is race to 9 and the loser side is race to 7. Aaron gets, did he get safe? We'll find out. I don't think so. I think Charles might be able to see this ball. Guess he couldn't see it. He had to kick at it and gives up ball in hand. So good safety by Aaron. Gets rewarded. And please don't tell me you're going to take a shot at this 9 ball, Aaron. I know you can run these out. Just pocket the 4, stop the cue ball there. You got a good angle on the 5 to bring it around for the 6, and you can get out from here. And if he's going to draw back, I recommend a stop shot. But because if you draw back, you're risking bumping into the 6. You're risking a scratch. Yeah, stop shot right there. It's fine position. No need to get closer to the 5. And from here, you can just use top and come forward and catch 2 rails. And you'd probably be really good on the 6 in the corner. Okay, you put some spin on it to use and get the 6 in the other corner. So this one, I think I'm going to use a little draw here to come off the side rail. You're going to avoid the scratch that way. A little bit of inside to kill it as well off the rail. Okay, slow roll. Nice shot. Slow roll is another option if you're comfortable with that. Wasn't sure if the angle was going to be enough for him to be able to hold for the 7, but apparently it was just perfect. Seven is down, and now it's just the 9 ball. Yeah, Drew, I agree that the 6 ball on this table does kind of look yellow. It's more of like a, well, as you know, you've played on these tables before. It's more of kind of like a pukey green color. Okay, so Aaron gets another one to make it 2-2. And again, you guys are watching a remote stream, an outside-the-box stream from Chalkbox Productions of the Breakroom 499 and under hot seat match. Yeah, it is the Cyclop balls that just have that weird color. Yeah, the 6 ball, it looks yellow, but it's really kind of a greenish color. And it's funny too, because the way when it's racked right there through the video here, the 1 ball looks orange, the 5 ball looks kind of yellow. So it is tough to It is tough to determine a little bit. You got to pay attention. I'll try to call it out for you guys so it's not as confusing, but here we go. So look for the 8-ball to be deposited in that top right corner. Oh, looks like Charles is taking a break, so Aaron's waiting. Eight in the corner, as expected. Okay. Okay, so the 1-ball is down there by the top left corner. I think it's blocked by the 2. He's either going to have to jump this. I think I would assume to go ahead and jump this shot rather than playing a push out. Because I don't like the masse. It's too far away from the pocket for a 1-rail kick. It's a pretty simple jump. Unless he has it, I might be confused here, and maybe he's got it. He must. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. Oh, no, he didn't have enough room, so he tried the 1-rail kick, and it was just too far away from the pocket to be successful with that shot. So he gets a fortunate roll, as can happen a lot when there's a lot of balls still on the table. Gets a fortunate roll there. Good kick shot, and almost makes it. All right, so the 1-ball is in that top right corner. 2-ball is easy to see because it's blue. But the ones that are tough are the 5 and 6. The 6 is in the bottom side, close to the bottom side pocket. And he gets a lot more roll than he was expecting out of that one. He might try to carom this 5-ball in. Just clipping off the right side of the 2, you can carom the 5 in the side. It's a pretty big pocket, and it does send the 2 over towards the corner. If you play at the right speed, you probably will have a shot on the 2 next. Oh, he tried a sort of a billiard shot there, but didn't quite work out that well for him. So 3 to the 4, you just want to make sure you don't get stuck behind the 5-ball. Good shot there. Well played. And I think the 6 is going to be your challenge. Unless the 6 does play in that side pocket, I don't know if it does. I don't know if it's far enough off the rail to have a decent opportunity to pocket it in the side. So let's see what he gets on this 5 ball. Bit of an angle here. Oh, he was trying to take it off the 6, which is a smart idea. Playing the 5 off the 6 into the side pocket. He just cut it a little too thin. And that might have been what caused the scratch there as well. So Aaron Moss with ball in hand and 4 balls on the table. Let's see how he decides to go about this one. I think you want to be a little bit on the other side of the 6, or that way is good too. Not a bad idea. I usually recommend with ball in hand just to play it into the other pocket and use top spin instead of trying to draw back for position. It's much easier. It's much easier to roll the ball forward into position than it is to draw back to a specific spot. But he made it work very nicely here. I think he's going to slow roll this, get to the other side of the 9. That is exactly what he's doing. Aaron Moss with the successful 4 ball out, taking a 3-2 lead. All right, I'm back. I'm going to take a little break there. Looks like Moss is still at the table off of his break. Bit of a tester on this 3 ball here, though. Might play a safety here and bring that cue ball back behind the 5. Nope. He says, no safety for me. Running and gunning here. think he's okay. Should be able to probably hold this for the 6 in the side. And my question is about the 7. Get a bump there, get a bump. Okay. Let's see what he's going to do here. Looks like a bank. Try to swing that cue ball, maybe around to the other side of the 7-8, just to maybe hope you kind of get a little safe here. All right, it's safe-ish. It's not an automatic out, that's for sure. Charles is going to have to work for this one. No free lunch on this rack. Beautiful cut shot, and no reward though. I don't think he's going to be able to get anything on this 7 here. I think you can see a piece of it. He's shaking his head there. It's not going to go. I think his only option is to try to get safe here, which is hard to do when you've only got 3 balls on the table. Inside English. Yep, bring the cue ball back and forth. And yeah, I think he did. I think he did successfully get safe. That was a great shot. Forcing Aaron should probably have to jump this. No? He might be kicking at it. I think he is kicking at it. No? Okay, he had enough to hit a piece of it. Okay. Aaron, I saw him blowing on that cue ball to make sure it didn't scratch, so I don't know if that's a foul or not, but we'll give it to him. Todd Shirley, it would be pretty tough for me to do any player interviews here since I'm in Poulsbo and they're at in Tacoma. Okay, what do we got here, Charles? That was a heck of a shot. So he's come twice now with some really tough cut shots all the way across the table and controlling the cue ball nicely. I like how Charles is playing right here. Eight in the side. Here we go. Yeah, there it goes. With the opportunity to tie the rack. Tie the match, I should say. And it goes dead center in the pocket. So Charles to tie it up. I don't know, the way these two are both playing, I could see this going to Hill-Hill. We've got a total of 34 live viewers right now, which is pretty cool for, you know, 490, 470 players to get an audience. Imagine if there was 35 people crowded around the pool table watching their game. They'd be pretty, probably a little nervous about that. I don't know if these guys are feeling the nerves of the camera, knowing that everybody's watching, but they're doing all right. And Charles really put down some good shots in that last rack, clutch shots, to get himself that win. So that was a really impressive rack to win. he was controlling that cue ball so good on off the break until that one. So he drew it right into the side pocket, shakes his head. It happens. So now, am I seeing the balls correctly? Is this the one ball that's down here by the 4? I believe it is. Okay, so the 5 is off the table. That's the ball that got pocketed on the break. And the one that looks orange is actually the yellow 1 ball. And the pukey colored green 6 ball is in right over by Aaron's belly button right now. Nice shot there. Wanted to get as straight as possible, I think, on this 2 ball. And this is good enough. I like that being on this side of it much better than being on the other side, because he can draw into this. If he jacks up, he can kind of draw in and maybe bump the 8 a little bit here, and that's okay to do. Just like that. So 4 to the 6 can be tricky here. So he's got to pay attention to the leave that he gives himself on the 4, because he wants to have a pretty good opportunity to get from the 4 to the 6. Just where that baby blue 7 ball is a big blocker. And this is going to be the most challenging part of the run out, is making sure you get shape on that 6 ball. I like coming with low. Having 2 rails. Yeah, that would have been the good position right there. I think that was optimal position. He got exactly where he wanted with that cue ball, but unfortunately, I think focusing on the shape can make you miss the shot so many times. Boyd Hobbs, I don't know about that. I mean, I think a lot of these players have, you know, over 500 or 1,000 games of robustness in their Fargo rating. So, but they're definitely up-and-coming players, and they're definitely at the top of this tournament limit, being that it's 499 and under. Aaron Moss is only 4 points under the cap. Kick shot at this 4 ball. You want to do a kick and stick here. Yeah, he wanted to try to hit that as full as he could, but it goes in the pocket, and he does the obligatory hand wave. Sorry, not sorry. I didn't mean it, but I'll take it. Yeah, thanks, Rich Roddle. Yeah, that's some significant robustness. 1,270 and 1,513 games for each of these players in robustness. Oh, and he gets another kind of fluke there. It goes off the 8, and then the cue ball bumps the 8 to give him prime position on the 7. So there is a bit of a luck factor in 9 ball, which he's utilizing to its maximum benefit here. But don't pay attention to that, because you got to get it done. Oh, he almost misses that 7. He's in perfect shape now. Just roll forward. He's on the correct side of the 8 to roll forward for the 9 in the side. And, yeah, he's getting the maximum benefit of the 9 ball rules here. There we go. Okay, Aaron Moss takes the lead. So this is a back and forth race here. But with that lead at 4-3, the odds go up to about 69% for Aaron, 31% for Charles. So it looks like Aaron is a 3-1 favorite at this point. Or 2-1 favorite. We'll see. We'll say. Yeah, I'm not sure if there was a minimum number of games of robustness that the players needed to have to qualify, but certainly this hot seat match, these two players are very established. Gets a couple balls on this break. And we don't have to worry about the 1 or the 5 because they're both gone, looks like. And he's shooting on the 2 ball to get started. I think, unless that ball up there on the top rail is, yeah, it's not. That's the pukey green 6 ball. Oh, he's not hitting those perfectly clean, but he's getting them in. That's the important thing. They're dropping. Okay, a little bit of inside English here. Check it up off the rail. Nicely done. Don't worry about distance. It's a 7-foot table. You would never want to leave yourself that on a 9-foot table. But on this one, it's perfectly fine. I like coming across and trying to just bump into this 9-7 for stoppage. Because you're going to be shooting on that 6 ball next. He decides to go around. Let's go ahead and get a couple of balls off the table here. Yeah, let's shorten up the rack a little bit. So he gets the 4 and the 7 in that shot. Now it's just the 6, 8, 9 left. Got it. Aaron Moss to try to complete a break and run here. I like some inside here. Not, but you got to watch the scratch. Yeah, that's enough inside. Yeah, you got to make sure you get enough. And man, he got picture perfect on this 9 ball. And we are looking at the first break and run of the match. And it is Aaron Moss that takes a 5-3 lead, and the odds jump to almost 80% in favor of Aaron. 4-1 favorite. I'm glad he's putting the puke-colored 6 ball on the wing, so at least we can get that thing down and off the table right away. I'm not a big fan of the colors of the Cyclops balls, but it is what it is. So here we go. See if you can put it together a 2-pack. Okay. Gets the wing ball, gets the 3 ball, gets almost the 5. He's got a cut on the 1, but that's going to leave him on the other side of the 2, which is maybe not bad because he can do a 2-8 combo. I think he can also choose to bank this one into the 5 and then shoot the one next to get shape on the 2. Oh, why is he shooting? Okay, yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he was aiming at the 2 ball there. I think he was just eyeing it up to see where he needs to be for position. I think going around, he's going to try to bank. I like cutting it in and just going around to the other side of that side pocket and playing the 2-8 combo. But the bank into the 5 is not a bad option either, because then it allows you to play that 1 ball next and get where you need to go on the 2. Broke out the 2 ball. Okay. So he broke out the 2 and the 8. Now the 8 is tied to the 7. It's even worse of a rack than it was before. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going to think about this for a minute because there's not a big reward of pocketing this 1 ball. Yeah, that's probably the best thing that could have happened. You don't need to, I mean, you make that 1 and maybe you get something on the 2, but really to get out of this rack is going to be a challenge here. So Charles gets back to the table for the first time since the score was 3-3. Tries to cut it in there. That was pretty thin. And short side. Gives Aaron short side shape on the 1 ball. It'll be interesting to see how he wants to play this. Yeah, okay, that's where he wants to be with this cue. I like it, because then you can maybe try to pocket the 2 and bump the 8-7. Not a bad idea. Want to leave yourself with a pretty decent angle on this 2 ball. Oh, he's going off the rail. That's a pretty good angle, though, and he's close to it. This is good. I like this. I'm swinging at this and trying to break out the 8 and 7. He's playing safety. Does he get there? I think he does. I'm not sure if Charles has a break cue or if a jump cue, but if he does, this is the time to get it. I think you could also masse this if you wanted. I would prefer the jump shot here. It's pretty straightforward. You're only going over a piece of the 9. Okay, not sure what he's doing. He's kicking into the 2 ball. Okay. Yeah, that didn't really have a lot of reward to it unless he hit it all the way hard enough to get all the way down to the other side of the table. Okay, up and down with the cue ball. And does he have the angle to come into this 7 ball? I don't know if he does. So I might play a safety here. If he doesn't have the angle to do it, he can just hit that 4 and roll into the 7. Yeah, see, I like the safety, but I like bumping the 7 and hiding behind the 9. That way you loosen everything up, and when you get back to the table, if you get back with ball in hand, you've got an open opportunity to get out. Yeah, Todd Shirley, you called it, yeah. Safety and breakout was, I think, the best play right there. Let's see what Charles has got. This is a pivotal rack for him. He definitely... Oh, does the 7 play? I don't know. He might have been trying to set up for the 7-9 combo. Yeah, there is the potential for a double hit here. Cue ball is really close to the 7. Looks like he's going to thin off the 7 and play the cue ball down to the bottom rail. I think that's, from where you're at right now, I think that's your best chance here. Watch outside pocket, or corner pocket. Oh, brutal. This is, yeah, like I said, this is a pivotal rack for Charles because, man, making it 4-5 versus 6-3 is a massive difference. I don't know about going for the combo here, unless it's wired, because the out is pretty simple, right? You hit the 7 with draw off the bottom rail, back out for the 8, and get the 9. The combo, okay, it must have been pretty wired, so he decided it was worth it. So makes the combo, and Aaron Moss going up 6-3 is a massive favorite now at this point. All right. Oh, cue ball right in the side. Okay, here we go. Charles has really got to get something going here. He's not shooting bad. It's just Aaron is shooting a little bit better, and that break and run really I think made a difference in the setting the tone of this match. And then that scratch from Charles on that last rack was just brutal. So he's on the wrong side of the 2 ball. He needed to be a little more careful with that ball in hand and getting on the correct side of the 2 there, because he just made this a lot harder to get from the 2 to the 3. Yeah, so he's got an opportunity at the 3, but this rack could have been so much easier if you just get on the correct side. That's what 9 ball or 10 ball is all about, is just making sure you stay on the correct side of every shot. Right down the rail. Great shot there. Good recovery. And I'm assuming that, yeah, I like here, you've got to look at the set where you want to be on the 7, because if you can get good shape on the 6, you can roll forward and get to the short side of the 7. You don't want to be playing a combo with the 7-8. I like this. Keep going, cue ball. Keep going. Again, he's on the incorrect side of this 6 ball. He could just roll forward to the rail and then play the 7. It's not going to be the ideal shot, but it definitely could work for him. All right, so now he's in a little bit of a trouble. Yeah, he's going to have to take the combo on. I don't think that was his first choice, but that's where he's at now. And this is a dangerous shot. He's got to make it. If you miss this one, there's a good chance you're going to be down 7-3. And he did miss it. Where's that? Yeah, 7 ball is going to be a pretty good option for Aaron to pocket it in the side. And Aaron should be able to draw this cue ball off the bottom rail and be in line for the 8. Hit it a little hard. You hit that a little softer, and the spin's going to grab more, and you're going to be in a better spot. So I think he just hit that a little, he punched at it a little bit too much. This is just a back and forth, and he wants to be right where the 8 ball is now. Oh, he's banking. Oh, wow. I was assuming he was going to cut that and just go back and forth with the cue. So Charles gets new life here. Aaron didn't take a whole lot of time with that 8 ball. Kind of got down and fired at it. I think if he steps around and takes a closer look, he might have saw that the cut was the better option there. So Charles getting on the underneath side. He's getting frustrated. I know, I've been there. When the cue ball's just not doing what you want it to, and the pressure is mounting, and the scoreboard keeps climbing on you, and you're on the live stream. It's hard. Pool is hard. That's why we play, though. Otherwise, it's not even worth playing if it wasn't challenging. There's some pretty good money in this tournament, too. So, good payouts. I'll be getting a list of the payouts from Secret here pretty soon to see what these guys are fighting for. And he makes that 9. Good shot by Charles. Great out. Not sure why Aaron's got his phone. Is he's videoing something? Okay. Thought he was going to take a video of Charles's break there, but not sure if that's what he was doing or not. So looks like the one ball is down. The 8 was racked on the wing. It did not go, but the one ball did. So that was interesting. Good speed there. Got nice and close to that 3 ball, which is where you want to be if you're taking on a combo here, or if you've only got a half a pocket. I don't know which one it is. We're going to find out. But you want to be good and close to this 3 ball. Not quite good enough. So it's a wired 3-8 combo. The key here is to set the 3 ball up for a good spot, leaving the cue ball on that bottom rail by the second diamond, I think is probably ideal. Shouldn't be too hard. The 3's not going to really move too much here. So it's all about controlling the cue ball. Just don't want to leave yourself... Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to do it, is to go on the inside of it. That was more of a guarantee that you're going to get the shape on the 3, because it's pushing the 3 ball over there towards that other pocket. Yeah, Clay, he might have been. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention of where they're racking the balls, or if he's pattern racking or anything, but he's certainly slow breaking. But I don't know if there's a rule against that in this tournament. All right, so he's leaving himself a bit of a tester here on this 5. To get over to the 6 is going to be a challenge. He's going to have to maneuver through some traffic, I think. Does he get through the traffic? Oh, not quite. Boy, if that rolls another 4 inches, he's great. But where it lands, I'm thinking safety. If you just catch a paper-thin piece of this 6 ball, it just kind of sits up behind the 9, and you move the cue ball to the other side of the table. You know, so he's got the opportunity. I like a safety here, just hitting a paper-thin piece. But the only downside of that is if it's a wired scratch, you don't want to do that. But I don't think it is. So he's hitting a paper-thin piece of the other side of it. I kind of like the other way because you're getting the cue ball down table. Nicely played, though. I think he got there, but maybe not. If Charles can see this 6 to the pocket, it's a very manageable 3 ball out for him. But I don't think he can see it. I think he can see a piece of it, but maybe not enough to make it. It's hard to tell. No. Yeah, he couldn't see enough of it. Does he get safe? He does. He gets rewarded for a good kick. Almost made it. And he gets the consolation prize. So you're going to have to kick with some spin here. And kind of hope you get lucky. This is one of those where you just cross your fingers and hope it turns out nicely. And I'm not sure that, you know, it's not a guarantee here, but it's certainly a good opportunity for Charles. Aaron really did all he could with that. That's really all you can hope for. It is you're loading up with inside, you know, left spin and just getting a good full hit on it and cross your fingers. So watch out for this side pocket scratch here. Oh, he banked it. He likes to bank the ball. I think both these players, they seem to favor the banks over the cuts quite a bit more than what I would do. That shot worked out really well for position-wise. The bank put him in a perfect spot for the 7. So you get the 7 and the 9. And Charles Ashcraft with the 9, and to try to climb a little bit closer into this one. He does. We're going to 5-4, and his odds increase to 29%. And let's take a look at the bracket here. We still have the match going with Stephen Els versus Carlo Garces. We also have a match between Scott Heppenstall and Bill Bachrock. I apologize if I'm not saying your names correct. And then Renell Dayrit is waiting for the winner of Scott and Bill. So I'm curious to see how my teammate Stephen Els is doing. I was rooting for him. He's on my BCA team, as well as Adam Wishover, who was eliminated earlier in the bracket. Yeah, really hoping for a Kitsap finals. That's my bias, but a lot of good showing there from Kitsap County. Charles in charge. I like it. You know, he was down 3-6, and now he's one rack away from tying this one. Slow break, soft break, pockets the 1, pockets the wing ball. 2 ball goes down to the rails, so that's not ideal for him. He wanted that 1 ball to stay on the table. But I've seen him make this cut shot a couple of times earlier in pressure situations, so I know he's definitely capable. The problem with that soft break is you do sometimes end up with a little bit of a cluster in around the rack area, and that's what we're seeing here. Overcuts it. Cue ball's gonna nudge off the 3 and give Aaron a nice little angle on the 2. So the 2, the 3 are obviously pretty straightforward. I think the 4-8 combo is what you're going to have to be eyeing up here. Got a bit more out of that than he wanted. A lot of spin. Cue ball deposits itself in the side pocket. I do that so many times using the left spin. You think, how in the world did I scratch from that angle? That spin sometimes just throws it right into the side pocket. Yeah, Clay, I think you called it, man. I think it was, he might have been pattern racking the 1, 2, and 3. You know, good observation from Aaron. You're not allowed to do that. They are supposed to be random, so I think that is why he was taking a picture of the rack earlier. Okay, the 4-8 combo goes down. And the 6 plays, so I don't think I'm trying to bump anything here. I think I'm using some inside, trying to get that cue ball mid-table. Not bad. This works. Yeah, this works well. You're going to run into the 7. It's a speed shot here. You don't want to be stuck behind the 9. That's the key. Because if you hit full into the face of that 7 ball, there's a good chance, especially with the template rack still on the table, there's a good chance you could be gluing this cue ball to the 9. So I kind of favor either getting the magic rack off the table for one, seeing if somebody could do that for you, or coming into it with some power to try to bring that 7 to the other around the table a little bit, so you don't have an opportunity to get snookered here. This is the key shot of this rack right here. So Aaron keeping a close eye on this one, but I don't think that this is one that's going to even be close. There's pretty good distance between the 6 and 7 here. I don't think that it's really going to be close to a foul. But he might have somebody watch it. Aaron is doing his ref stance. I can see that. He's doing the ref stance, even though he's also a player. Oh, he's banking. Wow. Well, this is going to work out great for Aaron. He's got a nice angle to get over to the other side of the 7. Yeah, he couldn't have asked for any more. I'm very surprised that he didn't just cut that into the corner, but maybe for whatever reason, maybe it was closer than it looked on camera to a potential bad hit. But boy, it sure looked like you just cut that 6 in and come full into the 7 is what I was looking at. But what do I know? I'm not there. They're at the table. They can see it much better than I can. Just rattles it and gets safe. That is the built-in benefit of that shot right there, is staying in line to pocket the 7 next gives you kind of a free pass if you rattle the ball. Who is that, Drew? Who's in the watching there? You said the 3 cushion guy. I'm not sure I know who that is. Oh, good masse shot by Charles. Does he get rewarded? I'm gonna guess it goes in the corner, but not the side. That's my guess. We'll find out in a minute. Corner pocket? Nope, side pocket it does go. Okay. Well, I knew it would go in the corner, but I wasn't sure if it went in the side. He had enough to go in the side. That's obviously ideal. And to tie up the match, after being down 3 racks, having the chance to have it tied is a pretty good feeling. Oh, it would have been a better feeling if it was tied, but just having the chance to tie it up probably felt pretty good. But, you know, I think that's our first missed 9-ball that we've seen from these two players. I think in all of the racks we've seen so far, they've gotten pretty good shape on the 9 and taken care of it on the first try. We haven't seen one of those battles where they're banging the 9-ball around the table. That was definitely a missable shot from Charles. You know, so don't feel bad about that one. I know it sucks. You know, it feels bad when you go back to your chair when you know you should have had the win and had it tied and you're down by 2 racks instead. But you just gotta forget about that and keep moving forward. Can't go back in time. Okay, avoids the scratch this time. It's good. The 1 is down. The wing ball went down. And he's got that 2 in the side. I think he can use a little bit of draw to hold it straight up the table off that bottom rail for the 3. 3's in a good position, as long as he doesn't come back too far. Two, 3, purple 4-ball. This is what we would call a runnable rack. Just got to stay in line. We are getting some choppiness from the internet connection. So if anybody is at the break room and they're on their phones, on their Wi-Fi in there streaming, maybe use your cell data instead, because I think you might be clogging up our bandwidth for this stream. But we'll work with it. It is what it is. We're getting some real choppiness with the internet connection, so hopefully it holds up for us and gets a little better. was going so well earlier. And Aaron's got, oh, he does not get the break and run. He misses the 7 ball. And I think if he makes that 7, I think he's got, so that's the second time he had a real good opportunity for a break and run. Wasn't able to complete it down to the last couple of balls. Boy, this is tough. He's got him jammed in there with that 8 ball. This is a tough one. Not sure what he's going to do here, if he can just kind of cut the 8 into the side of the pocket and bring it and pocket it that way. He tried. It didn't quite go. So Charles with the opportunity. And we're getting really choppy here. So I apologize, but I can't do anything about the internet connection at the break room. I'm going to try to reduce the, so 9 ball goes down. And goes to Charles.
Want to feel the pressure of competition in your everyday pool games against your buddies? Want to send your own matches to Fargo Rate? Download Salado now. Your race, your place. It's time to make your matches count. Salado, the pool players app, now featuring monthly cash and prizes.
Yeah, it's definitely the internet connection at the break room. It is not mine here. I'm showing no dropped frames. I'm showing perfect connection here at the Chalkbox studio, but at the break room, they are on, I believe, a Comcast connection. So it is what it is. Make the best of it. That's all we can do. So I'm trying to change some settings on my end to use less bandwidth, but there's really nothing I can do. Gonna bank this one ball. He's playing safe. Doesn't quite get there. Not sure what we can do here. Maybe restart the stream, but I don't want to. I don't want that to cause any kind of a distraction for the players, so we'll just keep it going. Oh, is it getting better? Cross our fingers, it gets a little bit better. It was going so good for the first half of this match. Banks that one ball back and forth. Boy, we got a cluster of balls around that top right corner. And I'm not sure what really plays out of there. Maybe the 2-4 combo. I mean, this is a rack where if you're thinking about riding the 9, this is probably the rack to do it in, because everything is just so messed up. See if he can pocket this one and get something on the 2 here. He does. Yeah, I think just go ahead and try to slam into that 9 ball and see if you can get lucky. I think that's what I'm doing here. Why not? You got a cluster of balls. You're probably not getting out of this rack without doing that. So he banks that 2 ball back and forth, slams into the pile, and ties itself up. So Aaron's going to have either a combo here on the 2-4, which is going to be tricky to get shape on the 2 afterwards, or I think option B is safety, coming off the right side of the 2 and just bumping the 4 full. Nice and easy. You got an instant lockup right there. Just like that. That's the right way to play that, in my opinion. Certainly worked out for him. Nice job kicking with spin to get a good hit. He gets out of jail. Puts the pressure back on Aaron. There's no easy out here. Yeah, the connection did smooth out a little bit. Let's not jinx it though. I have no idea what's going to happen with the internet connection at the break room. I have no control over that. It's not part of my quality control. We did talk to Clark at who's the general manager of the break room in 15th Street about potentially upgrading that Comcast connection to a little higher speed. That might help out. certainly, as we plan more streamed tournaments. It definitely is what the players like. It adds a little more exciting element to the tournament and allows people at home to keep an eye on what's going on. All right, so 3-ball on the side. You're going to bump into the 9. And are you going to get shape on the 4, or do you want to just kind of ride the 9 here a little bit? Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get shape on this 4-ball. I don't know that he's got enough of it. Well, he must, because he's getting right down on it. All right, he's got enough angle here. Nope, he didn't. He had to go rail first. Did I commentator curse the stream? You mean the internet connection? I don't know. I hope not. But it has gotten better. And all we can do is just hope that it stays that way. You know, when we were streaming the Northwest 9-ball Open last weekend, on Sunday there was a period of time when it got really choppy. All right, 4 on the side. I think the 5 plays here. If it does, he's in a really good spot. Yeah, it does. He's in a good spot here to get something going here, and another opportunity to tie up the set. But yeah, we were at 15th Street, and it started getting really choppy, and we didn't have a lot of bandwidth, and so I had to go around the room looking for whoever it was that was using their phone to stream and using the Wi-Fi. And I found the one person that was doing that, and I asked him to see if he could just use his cell data to stream instead of the Wi-Fi, and he said, sure, no problem. And as soon as he did, it cleared up like perfect. So the problem with streaming from your phone is you don't have the software to compress it and to reduce the bit rate and the resolution and all those things. So your phone just is going to stream it at the maximum resolution, which takes a lot of bandwidth. Whereas when we run it through software, we can kind of reduce that down and just use a little bit of bandwidth by reducing the frames per second and all the other stuff. Nice 3-rail position. He's going to get picture perfect on this 9. Good shot by Charles. Inside English going 3 rails. Definitely an experienced shot. Well done, and ties it up. So this thing is far from over. Charles Ashcraft, who had maybe at one point in this match had a 15% or 18% chance to win it, is now a coin flip. Is the score correct, Drew? If it's not, let me know, because I have 7-7. Did Charles already move his coin? If somebody there is can tell me that if I'm wrong about the score, let me know. But that's what I have, unless I missed something. Yeah, Matt McDaniel, that's not a bad idea, to have the venue change the Wi-Fi password the day of the event so that we ensure that we're getting maximum. But ideally, you know, you would just set up a guest Wi-Fi and limit the amount of data that can be used on that guest Wi-Fi. But that takes a little bit of technical knowledge to be able to do that. So another scratch on the break from Charles. This is, I think, his second or third one that he's done. He does that slow break, and just that cue ball does a slow crawl to the side pocket. Oh, sorry. Let me check my messages, Secret. Oh, just missed that shot. Aaron rattles that 2 ball. That would have been a good opportunity to get something going here. This is a race to 2 now for the hot seat. The winner of this match is guaranteed a minimum of second place. The loser is guaranteed a minimum of third. Always nice. That's always what you want. But I did get a message from Secret saying that the after this match, the players, because they do have league in here and they have a limited number of tables, they're going to move this to 15th Street. So after this match, we're going to stop the stream, and then we'll start it again when we have a third place match, and then we'll stream the finals for you guys. But until then, we're going to stay here and see who is the winner of this hot seat match. And we got the choppiness back too, so maybe that'll be better if they move to 15th Street. And the choppiness is back. So I did commentator curse the stream. We'll see if it clears up a little bit here. But after this match, they'll be moving this to 15th Street, and hopefully we'll have a better connection for those third place match and finals matches for you guys. Great shot on that 7 ball from Aaron, but does not get rewarded. And if he does, he's got a lot of distance here. Okay, he doesn't have it in the corner on the top left. He's looking at cutting it in the bottom left corner. That's not a shot that I want to take on. For the lead in this match, whoever wins this game has the lead, and that's going to be on the hill first. This is a big rack. So many of the matches in this tournament have gone hill-hill. Sends the 8 ball all the way around. What's he get? Okay. Charles has got to work for it. Does he bank or does he cut? That's the question. And given his history so far in this tournament, of what I've seen, I'm guessing that he attempts a bank shot here. But maybe because of the angle, you don't want to double kiss it. Let's see what he's going to do. He is banking to the bottom rail. He's playing safe. And he gets it pretty good. Nice speed. Good cue ball control there. That's your moneymaker shot right there. But anything's possible here. Aaron's at the table, so anything can happen. Cut back, bank this back, gets it short, comes off the rail. What's he going to leave? A very similar shot, but a little more manageable. I think Charles can back cut this 8 ball into the bottom left corner, which naturally sends the cue ball around. Couple of rails, depending on how hard you hit this. Could have pretty good shape on the 9. He drills it. Comes around a couple rails, and he's got pretty good shape on the 9. I'm happy with that, considering where he was on that 8 ball. That was a great shot. Charles was down 6-3 in this, has won 4 out of the last 5 racks. It is on the 8 ball to make it 5 out of the last 6 rack, on the 9 ball. And he gets it. All right, so he has won 5 out of the last 6 racks and is on the hill first. Let's see what his odds go up to with that win. I think it's going to be pretty significant here. Yeah, he jumped from 40-something% to 72% chance to win this match because he only needs 1 and Aaron needs 2, and he's breaking. So here we go. Let's see where he puts. He does put the 2 and the 3 right behind the 1. Okay, I think Aaron's saying something here. He's got to be random. Yeah, you can't pattern rack. So I don't think he's really intentionally trying to get away with anything. He just is used to that. Like, that's just his standard kind of rack is 1, 2, 3. But Aaron is calling him out there and saying it's got to be random. Can't have the 2 and the 3 in the same spot every time. And I don't blame him. That's his right to do. Yeah, Charles isn't trying to cheat or get away with anything here. That's just how he's used to racking the balls. There's nothing wrong with that. But in a tournament setting, if your opponent doesn't like it, he can certainly have you mix it up a little bit. So the mix-up maybe caused him to not get the wing ball in. So does his soft break, does not pocket the wing ball, but doesn't really leave Aaron a good opportunity here. That bank shot, I don't know. The bank back to the side doesn't seem to have much of a pocket here. And then the 2-ball is not really accessible either. So this, you got to be playing safety here. The only thing you can do is play safe. Where the 2-ball is, there's no way you should be going for pocketing this 1-ball. I think clipping off the right side of the 1 with some right spin, try to bring the cue ball off 2 rails, back down to behind the pile of balls. There you go. That should do it. That's the right way to play. I think his first instinct was to try to take on a difficult bank, and then he realized, oh, the 2-ball's not really in a good spot to get shape on. So what's my reward here? It's not all about the shot you're shooting. It's what's the reward? Where are you going to be at when the balls stop rolling? Good hit. Almost makes it. And does Aaron get the window? Is there a window there? That would be very, very fortunate if he caught that window. I think he might. Yeah, he does have the window. He got shape on the 2, using the 8 as a stopper. Oh, really close try on that, cutting that 2-ball in. Doesn't miss by much. So I think you just roll this in. Just roll the cue ball up to the 2, so you want to be as straight as you can on the 3-ball, ideally. Yeah, nice and slow. Give yourself as straight of a shot as you can on the 3. It rolled out a little more than he wanted here, but it's okay. Should be okay. Okay, he didn't want to slow roll that thing because he was worried about getting stuck in traffic. So he tried to use a little more power to bring that cue ball off the side rail and back out again for the 4. And ended up rattling the 3 there, so here we go, Aaron Moss. What do you guys think? Is this going to go hill-hill? Who thinks this match is going to go hill-hill? Because I, for one, I think this is going hill-hill. I called it early on when it was 3-3. Okay. It's got something here on the 5. Not sure what. I think he might have enough to pocket it here. Okay, is it going to go? Oh, it stops right before the pocket. Aaron was still standing there at the table just waiting. He's doing his tap dance or his river dance to try to get that 5-ball to drop, but no success. So tough to get shape when the ball is all the way deep in the pocket. You got it. It's real easy to just catch that point and it kills the cue ball like that. And now you're faced with a pretty difficult task here. Yeah, that's the right move. I like the safety there. Very crafty, I think. He could have taken on something very difficult there, and it probably would have cost him the rack, but he decides this rack is way too important to sell out. And he's playing very safe. Very good shot. Smart. Making Aaron kick this 6-ball. Cross your fingers and see what happens. Okay. So this is manageable. This one, I think he goes on the offense with. Just roll that 6 to the bottom right corner. Cue ball should come around 2 rails and end up pretty nice on the 7. Just got to focus on making the ball. You got a really big area for position on the 7 here. He did not make the ball, unfortunately for him. Yeah, that's one where you just forget about position, just make the ball and think about your shot speed and your aim. Don't worry about it. The cue ball is going to take care of itself. You're probably not going to end up stuck if you make that ball unless you hit it way too hard and get behind the 8. So I think that's one where he was really looking at the leave and he really wanted to be perfect on the 7. Okay, Aaron Moss with the 6. Watch the scratch. No scratch. Back and forth. Pretty good opportunity here. It's looking like we could get our hill-hill match that we were looking for. Seeing where he wants to be on this 8. He's looking at what's the correct side of the 8. But you don't want to be too far. Definitely don't want to go too far. This is going to be perfect. This is going to be absolutely perfect. Aaron Moss. Get shape on the 9 to take this thing to hill-hill. He checks it up a little bit with some inside. That wasn't, I mean, maybe he was thinking, you know, don't scratch, right? Just don't scratch, whatever you do. And he didn't. I'm not sure if he intentionally did, but that definitely had some inside spin on it because it checked up when it hit that rail. Nine ball for the win of the, oh my gosh, wiped its feet on the way home. And we do have hill-hill, just like everybody had asked for. It is 8-8, race to 9. Here we go. Looks like the players are taking a break, which was a good time for me to take a break as well. So, yeah, Drew, he must have known that I said it was perfect. You know, that is the when you leave yourself perfect on the 8 to get shape on the 9 like that. How many times have we scratched on that shot? This just happens so often. It's just brutal. So let's look at the payouts too, guys. So these players are guaranteed. The winner of this is guaranteed either first or second, and there's a big difference. So first place, when you combine the side pot with the main pot, you're looking at $1,750, $1,740. And second place combined is going to be $840. So a big difference. And third place looks like about $560. Not bad. That's a pretty nice payday for these players. Somebody is going to be taking home over $1,700 today. I would be surprised if any of these players did not buy into the side pot. You know, that is the greatest thing about the Fargo rate system and the handicap tournaments is, you know, players under 500 having a chance at making $1,700 in a pool tournament is fantastic. You know, it's a great opportunity for these players. And it also gives them a good opportunity to play under a pretty significant amount of pressure. A lot of money on the line. And pride. It's a big tournament to win for these guys. 58 players. That's a big bracket. So this league players are coming in, wanting the table, and secrets like we just have one more rack to play, and then it's done. So hang out, league players. It's going to be, this tournament's going to be over. Well, this match is going to be over, and then they're going to move to 15th Street right after this rack. Okay, so Aaron Moss to break on the Hill rack of this hot seat match. Wing ball goes in, cue ball goes right in the side. Boy, we've seen a lot of scratches on the break. And Charles in charge, gets out of his chair with ball in hand and a very nice open table. If there's ever a time to get yourself a table run, this is when you want it, when it really counts. Oh, he bumped the 5. Didn't want to do that, but he's going to have to take on this 5-9 combo to win the match. And this is what it's going to come down to right here, potentially. I don't think he wanted to do this. If he didn't bump the 5, he would have had it in the corner. But he's going for this 5-9 combo for the match. Right down the center of the pocket. Charles Ashcraft wins the hot seat. Congratulations. Great match. He was down 6-3. Pretty significant underdog at that point, and he fights his way back. Wins 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 racks at one point. And just continues to battle back. So these two guys, great match. Good job, Charles. And we're going to shut down the stream here, and then we're going to continue the stream in maybe about an hour, 2 hours from now, something like that, at the break room at the 15th Street for the third place match in the finals. So keep an eye out for that. Set your alerts for Chalkbox on YouTube and Facebook, and we will see you in a bit.